Morning, welcome to another video. My name is Jan and I'm a dairy farmer from Saskatchewan, Canada. On our dairy farm here, we milk about 320 cows twice a day. The milk cows are housed in barns, as well as the youngest calves, and a couple of close-up ladies are in the barns as well. But for the rest, out here in our climate, we like to house the rest of our animals in what's called a feedlot. It's basically corrals with a feed bunk in the front, bit of concrete, and that's about it. That's because we don't get a lot of rain out here. We don't get a lot of snow in the winters. It's kind of just cold, windy, and usually not a lot of precipitation. So this is a cheap and effective way to house a lot of cows out here on the prairies. It's pretty common across Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and I'm sure the northern states as well. Not too familiar, but I imagine. And what we're doing today, since it's kind of pretty warm these last couple days, the manure behind the feed bunks has gotten kind of soft and we're cleaning it out. What happens throughout the entire winter, cows spend the most of their time by the feed bunks eating, which means they're gonna crop the most here. That really builds up when everything freezes right away, and it can actually become a problem, and it'll kind of restrict the cows from actually eating from the feed bunks. So that's what we're doing today. Every time we get the opportunity, every time it warms up in the winter, we're out here scooping the manure away from the back of the bunks. If we could, we'd do it every month, but you know, we'll do it now. We might be doing it again 2 weeks from now, depending on how warm it is 2 weeks from now, because out here you never know when the next warm spell is going to be. It could be 2 months of -30-degree weather. I really hope that would never happen, but you never know. So you got to take it off when you get the chance and never hesitate to do so. So that's what we're doing today. I'm still the guy standing by the gate. I have not been promoted yet. It's every young farmer's dream to get his butt in the tractor instead of standing by the gate. Someday, maybe. We got a tight squeeze here at the front because our calf barn's right in the way. Can be a little tricky. You just got to take your time. Feed wagon's gonna be pulling through this morning while we're cleaning the corrals out. That's gonna be a bit annoying, but it is what it is. You just gotta work alongside each other. So now Dad's gonna be waiting at the back till he pulls through. The ladies are always curious what's going on in their corral. What do you think, girl? Like the nice clean concrete? Probably. She's got a bunch of straw on her back there because blasting the bedding in, sometimes the girls don't get out of the way. We just went for coffee, came back. I put some warmer clothes on. It's getting windy out here. It actually rained this morning, so it's pretty humid out too. That moisture, when it's cold, just hits kind of different. Catches you off guard. It's just around freezing, but it's still pretty cold. We're on our 4th corral though. That's our bull, the cleanup bull. Gotta keep an eye on that guy. Holstein bulls can get a little aggressive. This guy is getting he's getting older, and that's typically when they start to get a little more angry. So gotta watch out for that. Just finishing up our 6th corral here before lunch. I think we'll be able to get the rest done. Try to get some bedding in these corrals too yet. It's tough to keep clean bedding in these corrals when it is kind of humming around 0. All of the ice and snow melts in that straw and it gets muddy. Whereas if it always stayed like maybe 5 degrees below freezing, the corrals would stay a lot cleaner too because there'd be no mud. Cows wouldn't muck it all up like they do now. So kind of interesting. It probably is best for cows for it always to be -5. Consistency is best. 2 weeks ago we had -30. Today it's around 0. That's bad for cows. They're gonna sweat now. They're gonna get wet because their winter coats are on, and that's how you can get pneumonia in the corrals. You just gotta keep an eye on them, put bedding in when necessary, and things like that. To keep their corrals clean is a big thing too. We just finished scraping the crap off the concrete in these corrals. Got all 9 done. And it's only about 3:30 in the afternoon. Next thing me and Dad are gonna do is put some bedding in the corrals. So he's taking that case loader right now. He's gonna go clean the bucket off with some water because that thing's covered in crap. And then I'm gonna grab the tractor with the bale shredder, come out here to the corrals, and we'll start doing that. Dad in the tractor. He's gonna be putting 2 bales in these bigger corrals where we usually would only put 1 in there, and that's because it's really warm outside right now, and we gotta put a thick layer of straw in those straw packs because otherwise the cows are just gonna walk on it. It's gonna be pressed away into the mud. When it's really cold, that doesn't happen. You put a thin layer of straw on there, it's not gonna get pressed down because the ground is frozen hard. But when it gets 5 degrees above freezing, you gotta put a lot of straw in these corrals. So that's what we're doing this afternoon now. He just finished bedding the 2nd corral, and this is hemp straw. So we bought a load of this straw to see how it kind of worked. Kind of interesting stuff. Definitely works good for bedding, except it doesn't look like there's too much straw in an actual bale. Whereas a barley, a wheat, or a rye bale, there's a lot more straw in there. So interesting stuff. It's really stringy. There's a lot of fine, kind of stringy stuff in there. Then there's the big stems as well. Kind of looks like canola straw a little bit. We just finished up in the corrals, got 9 9 cleaned and put bedding into 9. So that's a good day being out there and standing by the gate. Definitely long enough for me, but glad to be done. And now we're gonna be breeding some cows. We got 2 cows to AI this evening. And then once I'm done that, I gotta fix our hoof trim chute because I had a cow in there this morning. I was trying to wrap her for hairy heel warts and she started kicking like crazy. The string was already wearing out, it was wearing thin, but she finally kicked it loose. So we're gonna try and fix that yet tonight as well. That was the first one, on to the second one. It's about 8 o'clock at night now, but I'm gonna try to fix our hoof trim chute yet. Got the replacement rope and some duct tape and a lighter and 2 very sharp X-Acto knives, and hopefully we can get this done. So this is our hoof trim chute, and this crank right here with the rope snapped this morning, and that's kind of what you put around the cow's back leg. It'll lift it up so you can wrap it, and yeah, it just wore through, so gotta put a new one on. Right on. So we got that old piece off, and I'm gonna just use that to line it up to the new rope we got here and then cut it the same length. That's gonna give me my length. That way you can't mess it up. And this new rope is apparently never gonna break. That's what the guy said. And it's also feather light. Like this is, it's kind of like messes with your mind how light this rope is. So pretty cool. Just some weird plastic stuff. Hopefully it'll last longer than this last rope did. So I marked the length that I want with duct tape. That does 2 things for me. Obviously I know exactly where to cut, but the way I'm gonna cut it is straight in the middle of this piece of tape, and that's also gonna prevent either end from fraying out when I do cut it. So now I just need to attach this bit to the end of our new rope. It's got a bit of the old rope on there as well. And then we're done, so I gotta cut the old one out first. Do you wanna hold this side and pull on it a bit? Make this knot real tight. I want you to pull pretty good.
Yeah?
Okay, that's good. It's supposed to be. There we go. Done. Look how I fastened it to this wheel. It's just 2 holes and that's it. Should never pull loose.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, pretty confident. Because that's how I took the last rope off. That one never came off, so.
Fair enough.
Cool, cool. Why don't you give it a whirl? You're the one that broke it this morning, so.
I did not. That was all you.
Yeah, I'm definitely the one that broke that.
That's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.